Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it like we were evolved to do. Continuing herb week with one of my favorites. Really, it's a type of leaf that can actually be found on a few different plants, but we can definitely call it a herb, and definitely from its history, we can call it one of the top herbs of the Mediterranean region, used for a very long time. Bay leaves are native to the regions of Greece, Turkey, and Italy, and thought to have been cultivated in the region for thousands of years. We even find the most ancient tales in Greek mythology mentioning it. Bay leaves were associated with the god Apollo, who was said to have worn a wreath of bay leaves as a symbol of his victory over the serpent. We also find it in some of the oldest Greek medical books, where it was used more than 2,000 years ago for things like fighting off headaches, colds, rheumatism, and bay leaves were also believed at the time to have a prophylactic effect against the plague. In ancient Rome, a little bit later on in time, it was used in cooking, and where it is found in some of the world's oldest cookbooks from a little less than 2,000 years ago. It was often at the time added to soups and stews and used to flavor sauces and meat dishes, and it was also, even in ancient Rome, attested as a symbol for victory and believed to ward off evil spirits, and where it was sometimes worn as kind of a protection amulet. In the Middle Ages, later on in time, bay leaves continued to be popular, and they were used as a medicinal herb as well as for cooking. They were believed to have a warming effect on the body, and they were used to treat a variety of conditions, including indigestion, arthritis, respiratory problems. Even later on, during the Renaissance era, actually, bay leaves were thought to be a symbol of victory and honor, and used in kind of the similar recipes and culinary traditions for more than 1,000 years before that. In the modern day, bay leaves are still popular in cooking and are often used to flavor soups, stews, and sauces, and they're also used in pickling and preserving meats and fish. This is the case for many places in the world, even though it is still used the vast majority of times in Mediterranean dishes. Now, depending on the plant that it grows on and the region that it's harvested from, it can actually sometimes be harvested year-round. Many of these plants that bay leaves come from are evergreen, and even in the driest summers and coldest winters, you can find bay leaves growing pretty well. So they can be eaten fresh year-round, even though they are a lot more commonly dried and preserved and used like a seasoning or spice, just like the other herbs we have spoken about lately. So what do you guys think? There are so many things you can do with bay leaves, so many traditions, and most of them are great. Let us know your favorites in the comments below.